Howdy ho, welcome to SEO College. My name is Jesse. Welcome to this edition. And in this edition, we're actually going to be taking a deep look into diagrams for the moneyrobot tool. Now, in the past few videos, we've been diving deep into it. We've been creating campaigns. We've been looking at some of the campaigns and actually building a website with it. And we're getting some traffic with this website. So now we're actually going to go into the actual creation of the diagrams and look at the psychology of some of these diagrams here. But the most important thing I think that we need to cover in this video is more advanced stuff. So we're actually going to go into the advanced settings and we're going to see exactly what we can use the advanced settings for. We're actually going to go into the settings for the diagrams. We're going to actually create a diagram and we're going to take a look at some of the additional options that are available in the moneyrobot so you could utilize the most of it and get the best power out of the moneyrobot. So with that said, I hope that you get a lot of value from this video. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into the video, guys. Let's make some money with the moneyrobot. Let's go. And I almost forgot, make sure to download the book. It has all the secret diagrams that I currently am using, as well as some that I created, as well as some that are not available in the default settings. So make sure to check that book out. Link in the description is also in the comments. Hey, awesome guys. So I'm actually here in the moneyrobot tool, and I want to kick things off with going over some of the advanced settings. This is one of the requested things that were in my last video, and I actually wanted to go into actually looking at the advanced settings for the moneyrobot tool. And let me just start by saying you don't really need to dive into advanced settings, okay? The main thing is that you have your campaigns properly set up the way that I instruct you to, and basically follow the steps according to what we need to do, because it really doesn't need to go, we really don't need to go into, you know, most of the advanced stuff, but I will save most of the advanced stuff for other videos as well. But we will briefly go over some of the advanced settings right now. So I'm just going to go over and show you a couple things right now, okay? So the first thing that I want to show you is I want to show you some of the videos that I'm actually that I actually have campaigns going on for. And as you can see right now, the moneyrobot is actually running a series of tasks right here. So as you can see, you know, I'm gonna go back to see right now. This is basically the database that I've been creating right now. So these are the work tasks that I've already finished and finalized. So we're actually going to take a look and go into some of the stuff right here. So I just want to actually show you this tab right here, the new task, okay? So let's say you have a task going on and you type or you press Web 2.0 blog. So right here you're going to see all of the websites that it's currently running tasks for. So you see right here the PR ratings are at this point right here, and then you see all of the websites, okay? So there's a total of 266, and right here you have the option of putting a custom article and then inserting a link. So I want to touch a little bit on this right now, okay? So let's say we go into our ChatGTP and we're going to create an article on something right now. So let's create an article for a specific thing. So as you can see, this is going to be basically like a template kind of thing for the remaining tasks for this specific campaign right here. So if you wanted to, you know, have an article here and spin it specifically for this campaign, you can create that, and that would be templated for all of these right here. So you have the option of spinning an article or you have the option of creating an article from scratch. So what we would need to do is you can come up with an article title by just going into your ChatGPT 3. Just bring that over here so you can see a little bit better. So when you create, like, let's say you create a template and you put your link right here, this link is going to be your website, and right here is going to be the keywords, okay? And then it's going to submit this article to all of these blogs right here, which will give you a ton of traffic over a long period of time. So what I'm going to do, because I actually don't want to do this for this specific campaign right here because it's actually running right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this off, but I'm actually going to create another campaign, and I'm going to show you some examples of some advanced stuff. So the first thing that I want to do right here is I'm just going to go into my website. So just give me a minute while I jump onto my website here. So it looks like I'm back onto my website here. As you can see, we're getting little trickles of traffic for the couple blog posts that I posted there. I'm literally just running one campaign and literally no SEO, and this website's barely, it's bare bones, and we're still getting a good amount of, you know, trickles of traffic. So there is potential. If I were to put a lot of effort into this website, and keep in mind this is in the woodworking niche, okay? So, you know, I'll show you the articles that I currently have on there. If you look at some of my previous if you look at some of the previous stuff that I did in some of my older videos, you can see that I was actually building this this website here. But I'm actually going to start taking it seriously because there's a lot of potential and very little competition, and I believe that there is definitely money to be made with this website if I put some work into it. So it looks like we're just, you know, getting a little bit of network issue here because we're running a lot of stuff right now. So here's my website. Here's the 3 articles that I have. We're gonna actually create a new article for this website right here, utilizing the basically we went into ChatGPT 3 and we created a bunch of titles. So we're gonna use one of those titles for another article here, and I'm going to show you an example of how to utilize the advanced settings so you can go ahead and utilize it for your own campaigns, whether that might be a video, or that might be a website, or that might be an e-commerce business. Whatever that might be, you're going to know how to do this after this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on dashboard here, and keep in mind I work with WordPress. I also use Shopify. But for this example here, we're going to show you exactly how to do this with WordPress, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a new post. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a new post. So I'll just jump back onto my ChatGPT 3 here, and I will steal one of these. So crafting timeless classics, building a solid wood dining table. So let's take this one for example. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is write step by step blueprint for this title, and then we'll woodworking blueprint, step-by-step woodworking blueprint for, and then we're going to put solid wood dining table. And then what we're going to do is write a step-by-step article, woodworking article blueprint. So I'm just structuring that so the AI knows exactly what to write. So write a step-by-step woodworking article blueprint for a solid woodworking dining table. And we'll just let that run. And it's creating the article for us with a step-by-step blueprint within seconds. AI is absolutely amazing. Look at this thing go. Holy cow. See this thing go. Jesus. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to copy that, and we are going to go back into our post. We're going to create a new post here. And in the next video, I'm going to actually go into Yoast SEO, and I actually utilize rank math too. And I'll show you what rank math is in another video, not this video. Another video, I'm going to go over a tutorial for that. You can use either or, it doesn't really matter. Yoast SEO or rank math doesn't really matter. And if you want to, harvest some keywords, obviously you can utilize keywords everywhere as well. So what I'm going to do is just going to paste that into there. And then I have my article. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this. So here's what I'm going to do. Because I'm not going to spend a lot of time crafting and building this article. The article is literally done. So what I'm actually going to do instead of the only thing I'm going to actually do is I'm going to add a featured image, but I usually like to just launch the article without any kind of formatting, because you never know if it's going to rank anyways. As long as the text is there and Google picks up the text, that's all that really matters. You might want to, you can always just like quickly spruce it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Just, you don't have to put a ton of formatting work into it. You just literally just do a quick job, because time is money, right? We don't want to spend a whole lot of time on articles. Thank God we have AI to help us create these articles with lightning speed. And I feel sorry for the copywriters. Copywriters are brilliant and creative people. Give them a job, hire them if you can, because nothing beats real human content. But of course, AI is getting closer and closer to creating real AI content. And by the way, I actually do have a newsletter, an AI newsletter that I launched last month on LinkedIn. So if you want to check that out, let me know in the comments and I'll leave a link for that. But I'm actually talking about AI in that newsletter that I'm posting literally daily on LinkedIn. If you look me up on LinkedIn, you'll see those articles that are being posted daily. So with that said, that's my makeshift article right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete that. And then finally, I'm going to just look for a quick picture. Again, I might just jump into my AI team and then generate a picture quick. I don't really feel like going onto Pexels and harvesting, grabbing another thing there, picture there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just jump into my AI team. This is my AI team. I'll just bring it up right now so you can see it. And what my AI team is it's like a toolbox of AI tools. So it has a variety of different AI tools in it. I'm just going to log in here. Just give me 1 second. So I'm just logging into my AI team. What we're going to do is we're just going to generate a quick image here. I'm going to show you how that works. And you can, honestly, there's a lot of free tools out there, AI tools, so you don't actually have to get this. I had a commenter tell me that this is pretty expensive, which it is, and it's a friend of mine that made this one. But I endorse his product because he is a friend of mine. So what I would do is basically I'm going to go back into my ChatGPT 3 and I'm going to just get this.
wood dining table, solid wood dining table, picture of solid wood dining table, and then I will just jump back into my AI team, and I will just put that picture of solid wood table right there. And then what we'll do is I will just select it to mid journey, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this a little wider because this is going to be a featured image. And I am also going to look at the prompt library. It might give me let's see if we can find something decent for this prompt. Well, I mean, we could spend all day on this. I'm not going to go into this because the main topic of this is my AI team, or not my moneyrobot, I mean. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run that, get a picture. It only takes like a minute. And then while I'm going to do that, I'm just going to jump back into my article. So I have my article ready. I'm just waiting for my picture to generate here, my image. So it might take like a minute. It's all good. So basically this is what my article looks like right now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just waiting for... Okay guys, so I actually just folded and ended up going onto Pixels anyway. I didn't want to wait for the AI to generate an image because it was taking a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to download this image right here. I'm going to jump back into my blog, and then I'm going to add this as the featured image, and then I'm going to launch this blog and publish it. So once that's done, then we're going to jump back into my AI team, or not my AI team, my moneyrobot, and we are going to actually, you know, launch it, right? So I got my table right here, and I'm just going to put that as the featured image. And remember, this is all part of the process, guys. When you're building a blog or any kind of website, you definitely need to go through, you know, this particular work. You know, you have to do all of this too, and I know it's a little bit of work, but once you have the results, it's really worth it, guys. So with that said, I just launched my post. Let's go and see if it's good, and I'll have my link ready. So it's all good. I launched my post within, it was a few minutes. I didn't even put my affiliate link in there in this post yet, but for example purposes, I just want to show you exactly how the moneyrobot works. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab that link right there, and I'm going to jump back into the moneyrobot. And I'm going to actually show you how the campaign works and how I can build a diagram from scratch, and then with that diagram I can actually build you know, some more advanced settings within that. So here what we're going to do is we're going to jump into new campaign here. Okay, so I'm just going to call this wood, let's see here. Yeah, and my just to let you know, my computer's just going a little slow because I got a ton of programs running right now on the bottom. So forgive me if it's going like slow. Woodworking, wooden table project. Perfect. And you know what? The golden thing about this keyword right here is I bet you there's literally no competition. People get so hung up in low competition keywords that they never even get started anyways. Therefore, there's literally never any competition. So don't worry about competition. There's none. Only the big players, the fat cats have the competition, or are the competition, and they're not really niche focused, or you know, they're not targeting everything that you would be targeting. So all in all, you don't have to really worry about competition whatsoever, because unless you're in weight loss or making money online, you barely won't have any competition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my keyword in the keyword tool planner here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run that for a second. Okay, perfect. Awesome. So I'm going to grab all of these keywords here, grab them to my clipboard. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back into my campaign creator. So I'm going to go back into my campaign creator and I'm going to plop those keywords in there. Awesome. So we have our keywords. Remember these keywords because we're going to be utilizing. Actually, you know what? I should actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to first put in my link. So I'm going to grab my link here. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to recopy these because we're going to need these in a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spin it, create a unique article. Okay, create unique article. And we're going to run this for 1 day, guys. So the reason why I run this for 1 day is because I like to have my campaigns done quickly and fast. Now, if you run the, the shorter you run it for, like if you're running it for 1 day or 2 days, it's going to use more resources. And if you look at the bottom left here, you can see that I only have a certain amount of free memory because I'm actually running on a computer right now that doesn't have a ton of memory, and my CPU is also being compromised quite a bit. If you look at the bottom left, I'm not going to zoom into that, but if you look at the bottom left, you know what I'm talking about if you actually have the program yourself. It's using a lot of the resources because I definitely have a lot of stuff up, especially Chrome, which is also a resource eater. So that's why it might run this entire computer slow. And that's why I always recommend ordering a VPS server. And I'll go over that in future videos, owning a VPS server, because I think there's a lot of benefit to it. If you have your own computer and you're running it on your computer, it's going to eat a lot of your resources. You won't be able to use that specific computer. Thankfully, I have more than one computer in my home. So when this computer is running the moneyrobot, I'm actually on my Mac. Right now I'm on my PC here, but I will jump on my Mac to actually do work while I have my PC running the moneyrobot. But if you don't have the luxury of doing that, then I would highly recommend, if you have, $20 to spare, ordering a VPS. Okay, and that's more advanced stuff as well. So what we're going to do is, instead of using any of these diagrams right here, we're going to actually jump into the diagram editor and we're going to actually create a diagram from absolute scratch. So what we're going to do is we're not going to utilize the diagram that you see here. We're actually going to create our own diagram. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on this. I'm going to click on this right here. So let's go. So as you can see, I'm going to just click on this part right here. And I'm going to make this diagram called affiliate diagram 1.0. Affiliate diagram 1.0. Perfect. Awesome. So I have my affiliate diagram 1.0. I'm going to actually create this diagram from scratch using logic and using, strategy tactics that I have in my mind to create a good blog here, or a good diagram. So what we're going to do is we're going to add our money site here. Okay. And then I'm going to add my blogs. And I'll show you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to actually design this. So I'm going to have one here, 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 and I'm going to put one here. Okay. Alright, so let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, we're going to zoom out a little bit here. I'm going to drag it just a little bit there. I'm going to zoom out a little bit more. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to zoom up. So I got my blogs right here. I'm going to add some more. And this is going to be a very, very powerful diagram, and I'll show you why in a second. So I'm going to have my first set here, my second set here of Web 2.0s. Okay. Perfect. I have my fourth set right here. Okay. Alright. And just to let you know, guys, this diagram will be available in my secret diagram diary. You can download that in the description below. Again, it's the affiliate diagram that is specifically for affiliate blogs. And you can use this for if you're going to rank an affiliate blog. But I can make other diagrams based on your requests. So let me know if you want me to create you a diagram, and I will create a diagram for you. Okay, so next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put a Web 2.0 profile in the core of each of these right here. Okay, like that. Alright. We're going to just put it in the core here like that. Okay. Alright. So what we're going to do now, and I just want to kind of propagate my moneyrobot here. So what we're going to do is I like to line it up properly, because I definitely don't want to have it all over the place. I've seen diagrams that are very organized, so I like to keep my diagrams organized too, or as organized as I can be. It really doesn't matter like the organization of it, because it's going to be pointing all to your money site anyways. So I just click on here, this little arrow that you see at the top right here. Click that to link all your all of your assets together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to link this one here. The only thing is you have to repetitively click this. So one here, and then one here, and then one here. Okay. I want to delete this one, so I'm going to just delete this one here, and I'm just going to put this one right here, and move this one a little bit there. And you can see if it's straight or not, because once you connect them, then the lines are straight, so then you know the actual asset is going to be straight. So that's why I wasn't too worried about the organization. And again, organization doesn't really matter as long as they are all connected properly. So what I will do is I will just take this one here, link this one up with that. I'll link this one up with that here. So that's going to be a Web 2.0 blog going to Web 2.0 profile. And then I will just have these two right here. together. Alright. And I will just point this here. I will point this here. Like this. And then I'm just gonna make this one point to here. And I'll get that one there. I'll point this one back up to that. And then I'm going to have these two pointing to my money website. Yeah, so far we have these ones pointing to my money website right there. Okay. Oh, it looks like these ones are not. This one's, I don't know if it's connected or not. Oh yeah, it's connected. It's good. Alright, perfect. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to do is I'm actually going to point this one right here to the money website as well. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same with these ones right here. So I'm just going to point this way, and I'm going to grab this and literally just point this way, and I want to point this one here. I'll move this one here just like that, straight. I'll have this one here. So that's going to be my Web 2.0 group right here. Web 2.0s are linked together like that. And then I'm going to have one here. This one's linked. And if the line is red, that means it's not linked correctly. So just make sure that the line is linked. So as you can see right here, this line is not even connected. So I'll just delete that. I'll recreate a new line. And I'll drag that up there. Boom, it's connected. So the next thing is we just move it around like that. Make sure that it's right here, connected like that. And then I will just connect this one right here. And also you'll see right there when you have the line connecting to something, it will have a little link icon. That means that it's linking to the next blog site. Okay, perfect. So I'm just gonna move that there and move this around. Alright. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna delete this one here. Okay? I'm just gonna delete this one here. Okay. I'm gonna delete this one here. I'm gonna have this one there, and I'm gonna just create this one. Link it up here. Okay, perfect. Okay, and the next thing that we're going to do is we're just going to link this up. We're almost done, guys. Just going to link this one up right there and link this one together. So the reason why we're linking these blogs up together is because I'm going to run a custom article with the advanced settings, and I'll show you how that works in a second. So just going to link this up here like that. Alright, so this looks like it's connected, and we just need to link this one up right here just like this, and boom, just like that, all done. So if you want, you can just kind of straighten them out. It's up to you. They don't have to be like pretty or anything. It doesn't have to be like a gorgeous diagram. You can be ugly too, like this. Obviously, you know, this doesn't like, you can see that there's obviously some discrepancies here with some of these. I'm trying to make the best out of it, but actually it's coming out pretty decent anyways. So as you can see, it's kind of making sense now. So there you go. I created my affiliate diagram. This is a custom made diagram. This diagram will be available to you in the link in the descriptions, also in the comments. So make sure to go in the link in the descriptions, also in the comments, if you want access to this link. As you can see, I have the code right here for this link. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save this link or save this diagram right here. Boom, it's done. And then I'm actually going to use this diagram for my campaign. So I'm just going to log out of that, and I'm going to use my one that I just created. Diagram editor. So I'm just going to use the one that I just created. So what I'll do is I will just click out of there. It doesn't seem like it's populated yet into my campaign thing yet because it's a fresh new diagram. So normally when you create a diagram, it won't show up right away in your menu, which is okay, that's fine. But the diagram that I just created will be available to you regardless, so you just don't have to worry about that. That was my affiliate diagram that I just created there, guys. I will be creating more diagrams in the future, but for this specific one, we're actually going to use a different diagram here. We're going to use the high competition blog network 2.0 profiles, just so I can show you exactly what I meant by utilizing some of the, you know, the more advanced stuff. So what I'm going to do is, now that the campaign is running, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on new task right here, and you can actually go to Web 2.0 blogs, and right here you can create, you know, an article. So you can put an article in, like I can literally have an article created, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the article that I just created for my WordPress blog, and I'm going to put it into the moneyrobot. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this, all of this right here, and I'm going to plug it into the moneyrobot along with the title. So just give me 1 second. I'm just going to jump into the moneyrobot. I'm going to plug my article in there. Again, it's not formatted. It doesn't need to be. You don't really have to worry about that because it's just literally just spinning articles. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to insert our link. So there's so many different ways you can do this. You can actually take the moneyrobot created article and put it in here. You can put your article that you created in here. The choice is really yours. It doesn't really matter. But the whole point is that this is going to be submitted to all of these websites here. And it's going to be spun too, right? So you can spin it in different ways, whatever. But I'm just showing you exactly how this would work if you wanted to have a specific article going on to all of these sites instead of having a spun article, if that makes any sense. And you can put all your keywords here, okay? So again, what I want to do is I want to just go into my keyword research tool right here, and then I'll just put in the keyword. So I just have to go into my website, and I'm just going to grab the keyword there, woodworking projects, and I will just jump into this. And I'm going to jump into my keyword research tool. I'm going to put the woodworking plans, I would believe that would be. Wood table, oh, alright, perfect. So we got a bunch of good keywords here. I'm positive that a lot of these keywords have little to no competition. And if they do have competition, it's expired competition. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add these keywords here. I'm just going to paste them. So let's just go back onto our We might just put 1 or 2 keywords here instead, just to save some time, because you're gonna have to manually paste all of these keywords, and we don't have that kind of time, guys, especially for the video's sake. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna jump back into the keyword research tool. Actually, no, we're not gonna do that. We're going to grab the keyword from the article, and we're just gonna put that one keyword in there. But you can put like 3 or 4 keywords in there. You don't really have to put a whole bunch of them. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. And then we're just gonna put the link up here, and then that's it. So I'm just gonna grab my quickly grab my link here. I'm gonna jump back into my moneyrobot, and I'm gonna grab my link. Okay, so insert link here, then solid woodworking table. I'm just gonna jump back in here. Table wood working plans. That's it. And that's it. So I just need to put the title in there, of course. So I'm just going to copy that and paste, copy that, go back into my moneyrobot tool, and I'm going to paste that, and I'm going to save. Schedule for this task. And we're going to schedule for today. And we're going to spin that article, and we're going to click save, and that's it. So it's going to run that specific article for the duration of all my Web 2.0 submissions for those tasks. And that's just one ninja tactic that you can use to really boost the SEO juice when you're running tasks on your diagrams from your diagrams. So the next thing that we want to just look at is, you have your profiles right here, and you can also go on here and export or copy some URLs. Most of this stuff is irrelevant. I don't usually use this, but if you want me to touch on some of this stuff, I can. Most of the time users will just go onto moneyrobot. You will create a new campaign right here, and then you will just basically plug and play. You can also check out the process window right here, where it just goes over some of the processes that are happening. So as you can see, in real time we have processes that are running. So right now it's actually building profiles on these blogs, and it's actually creating and submitting the articles. So that's just something that you can take a look at. In terms of advanced settings, we'll just go over some of the advanced settings real quick. So start maximize means that when you start the moneyrobot, it's going to be this size. It's going to be full screen. Auto start means it's going to start with Windows. Automatic sign in, and signs in automatically for your convenience. Automatically checks for updates. You want to have all 3 of these on, and then you want to go into when you're looking at show tray icon, don't click that one. Go to refresh. Make sure that one's clicked. So refresh page rank daily. And you can copy these numbers right here too. So I have mine set for wait before email verification 8 minutes. Make sure that there's a delay on these too, like wait for 8 minutes, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, process timeout 2 minutes. The reason why is because you can get flagged or banned from some of these websites, which will render your campaign, or actually that specific blog. If it's building tasks on different blogs, you might strike out of a few blogs because you triggered an alert on somebody else's website or one of those blog websites. So make sure that there's a decent amount of time. These come by default, but I like to have these numbers set as they are. CAPTCHA services doesn't really matter. Just make sure that this is checked. solve all CAPTCHAs automatically for free. That saves you the time of finding an API key and going over the daunting task of creating your own profile here, a CAPTCHA and a deCAPTCHA profile. So you don't really need to do that. Don't really worry too much about proxy for now. That's like if you are, I guess if you're in a third world country, which some of you guys are, and you want to, do some ninja tactics, this would be more designed, for somebody that's like in a third world country and they kind of want to use a proxy to hide their proxy, or they have a proxy list. And I never touch this, to be honest with you guys. I don't touch this because it's irrelevant to me. It doesn't really affect my workload. And again, we have a few other things. We have the theme and then the license. So I'm just waiting for my computer to load so we can get out of this, because yeah. So with that said, that's pretty much it. I will actually touch more on some other stuff later. I just feel like you just need to know the very basics. There's no reason why you should complicate the process, because once it's running, it's running. Once your tasks are running, that's all that really matters, because it's building these tasks for you. It's building the social shares and the Web 2.0 articles. So in my opinion, it's irrelevant as to if you want to utilize some of the other stuff in this. But I mean, there are a lot of other little things that you can add to your campaigns. Like if you look down here, you have the threads, but I have mine set on auto, and I highly recommend you have yours too. Also, make sure that this is solve CAPTCHAs automatically. Okay, and that's pretty much it for today. I hope you got some value from it. I want to keep this video short, even though it became pretty long. Make sure to grab the book. It has a lot of diagrams in there, and also I'm adding new ones all the time. So by the next video, there'll be a new update to the book. So if you're on my email list, I'll just email you out the updated version of the book, and you can take a look at that. And you can also utilize the diagrams that I have in there. I'm storing all of the diagrams in that book. I'll always let you know in my emails if the book is updated. Okay, so make sure to jump on my email list. You can do that by grabbing the book, and you'll have a hold of that. So with that said, I hope that you got some value from this video. Leave a comment below. What else do you want me to talk about in regards to the Money Robot? We're actually going to go over so many different things with the Money Robot. We still got to build like thousands of campaigns. So we're going to go over some more advanced stuff in the next few videos. Make sure to stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed. And with that said, I hope you got some value from this video, and have a great rest of your day, guys. Take care.